Hello, my darlings. Welcome back to Your Mind. Today, we're going to learn how to overcome a panic attack. The first thing you feel in this episode is your body screaming. You feel that your hands are cold and sweaty, and sometimes your body is a little shaky, and you have this awful sensation that the world is shrinking before your eyes. For some other people, vision gets a little blurry, so you can't see properly. And for others, the sounds get a little distorted. Your heart beats like crazy, sometimes even causing pain chest. It's really annoying. You feel that you can't breathe. No matter how you do, the air is not coming into your lungs. And obviously, out of fear, you start to hyperventilate, which makes things worse. And with all these terrible symptoms, obviously you feel, or you're afraid, that you're having a heart attack. Logically, you rush to the doctor, you make all the necessary exams only to find out that your heart is perfectly healthy. Probably you had to do this more than once until they finally told you, this is not physical, this is not your heart, you're having panic attacks. As your medical checks say, your heart is perfectly fine. The symptoms you're experiencing may feel very similar to a heart failure, but it's just anxiety, so you're not going to die. That's the good news. You're not going to die out of it. Now, why is this happening? Basically, your anxiety is screaming at you, calling for your attention as loud as it can. And believe it or not, all this yelling is for a noble reason. But we'll get into that later. Now, first things first. How do we deal with this nightmare? Step number 1. Remember to yourself, this is not a heart attack. Your heart is perfectly fine, at least physically speaking. So you're not going to die. Okay, this is just anxiety. And since our bodies are not built to sustain big amounts of anxiety for long, whether we do something or we do nothing, anxiety will go down. Now, if you still have doubts and you want to be absolutely sure that your heart is fine, we can prove it. And there's one simple trick to do it. Jump. That's right. Crazy as it sounds, jump. If you can't do it, even if it's just once, then it means this is anxiety and your heart is fine. If you were able to do it, then you're ready to go to step number 2. If you already know that this is a panic attack and you've been through this more than once, you might skip the jump and just go straight forward to step number 2. Step number 2. Sit on the floor. It doesn't matter where you are. Sit on the floor and put your back against the wall. Okay, that might sound silly, but it's really important. Everything that's happening must happen before your eyes. So nothing can take you by surprise. And this, my friend, will give you peace of mind, and you need some peace of mind. Okay, so sit and safeguard your back. Then bring your knees to your chest and hug them. So stay like this. And just stay like this, right? please pay no attention to the people around you. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what they do, just think of yourself. At this moment, other people's opinion couldn't care less. Just focus on yourself. You're the most important. Don't worry about anything else. Right? Step number 3. Breathe. One of the worst parts of this experience is that you feel that you can't breathe. And since you've been hyperventilating, we need to change the way you're breathing. So open your mouth and take a lot of air so it can fill your lungs. You can try that once or twice and then try to slow down your rhythms so we can bring our breathing to a normal speed. Right? Let's do this together. First, breathing. Take a lot of air. Try to exhale slowly. Again. So you see, the first one is a long intake, and you try to exhale slowly. But every time you do, it gets a little shorter, but it's still very slow. So you can bring back your breathing to a normal speed, and your body will calm down with it. Might sound weird, but breathing is really, really important. It's essential. When you're breathing, it's balanced. It's calm. It's like giving your brain the signal that everything's alright. If you're hyperventilating, means we're in danger, so we need to get ready to flee or to attack or to withstand something horrible. But if we calm down and our breathing goes down, it means everything around me is alright, so there's nothing to worry about. That's why it's so important that you bring your breathing to a normal speed again. Stay there, sit on the floor until the episode is over. Do nothing else. Just sit there and breathe. Okay? Step number 4. Now that the worst part is over, stand up and keep doing what you were doing before you had the panic attack. This is really, really important, and I can't stress that enough. Remember what we were talking about in a previous video. If you avoid, if you run away, then you're nurturing your anxiety, and that only makes things worse. In this case, if you run, then you're going to link the place to the cause of the panic attack, and then the fear will make you avoid that place. And if you keep running from every place you had a panic attack, then soon you'll run out of places to go to, and you'll end up locked in your home. And what will happen when you start having this crisis? What will happen when you start having panic attacks at your home, where there's nowhere else to run to? The only way to get out of this is to face your fears and to face your anxieties. So that's why you can't run away. Stay in that place. Do what you are doing. Take all the time in the world. Don't hurry yourself. Just take your time. Do your stuff. And once you're done, give yourself a prize. Pamper yourself in any way you want, because you deserve it. You did great, so you've earned it. Pamper yourself. After that, you may go home, only if you want to. Then you can go home. But then again, do it slowly, take your time, don't rush. This is the only way that you'll stop feeling threatened by the world. If you do this, your symptoms will go down. You'll be able to have a normal life. You'll be winning your battle against your anxiety. Okay, now that we've regained our balance and everything's back to normal, we need to go to the final step. Find the reason why you were so anxious. And just as I said on previous videos, let's go beyond the obvious here. It's not the place nor the people the ones responsible for your panic attack. It didn't come out of the blue either. There's a reason, and if your anxiety escalated to its maximum, causing a panic attack, it means that there's something you've been ignoring for the last few days. So we need to check back, maybe even a week before this event. There's something you've been ignoring or you've been avoiding for quite some time now, and since you were not listening to it, then your anxiety decided to hit you in the head with a hammer so you can finally pay attention. Remember that at the beginning of the video I said there was a noble reason behind your panic attack. Well, that's because your anxiety is trying to tell you something. Many times the anxiety is pushing the boundaries you were not able to set. It's helping you with that, establishing limits. For example, a friend asked me to accompany them to an event I don't want to go, but I couldn't bring myself to say no because I was afraid that they might be disappointed, or it might anger them, or maybe I'm thinking that our friendship is at risk if I say no. So I accept. But I don't want to go, and this is really bothering me. So I've been thinking and thinking and thinking how to get out of this commitment without coming across as a bad friend, but not getting anywhere. So what happens? The day of the event comes and I get a panic attack. What's happening here? My anxiety, as awful as it feels, is doing me a favor. It's giving me the perfect excuse to not to go to this event and without being judged by my absence. So I'm free of this nightmare of having to do something I don't want to do. Your anxiety here said no in my place. and with it, it's showing me that I need to work in my inability to say no, to set boundaries, which basically means your anxiety saying to you, respect yourself, take care of yourself, value yourself, please take care of yourself. Look, if the people around you really care for you, they will respect your limits, your needs, and your wishes because they want the best for you. That's a true friend. They do want the best for you. But if the people around you doesn't care about what you need, they don't want to respect your no's, they don't want to respect your limits, then you're not your friends. And probably the wisest decision here is to let them go. There might be other reasons for your anxiety taking action here. Maybe, I don't know, we had a discussion with someone and there were a lot of things we wanted to say, but we couldn't bring ourselves to say them, again, because we're afraid of many things. So we stayed silent, but we keep revisiting that moment and we keep thinking of those many things we needed to say and we still need to say, but we can't. So your anxiety comes in and it's showing you what's missing here. And there might be many other reasons. You need to find your own, but think carefully. What's the real reason for this happening? My anxiety is there for a reason and it's throwing a tantrum for a reason. There's something important I need to see here. Now, the moment you find your answer and you start to take action to solve the problem, then your anxiety will take it as mission accomplished and it will leave. You finally understood the message, so me, anxiety, I'm free to go. Please, I would love you to share your findings or your doubts or your questions, whatever you want, with me in the comments. I'll be more than happy to read them and try to make these videos better and clarify any questions you have. Okay. And, well, as usual, remember, you're not alone. You're stronger and more capable than you think. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise, not even yourself. You can do it. I know you can. Thanks for watching. Thanks for accompanying me again today. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.